Today I'm going to take you cleaning with me because, as you can see, oh my, groceries need to be put away. I've been battling an illness that has given me quite a problem, so I'm very behind on some things, but one of those things is putting groceries that have been purchased away and cleaning in general. This floor is just beyond. I can't even deal with how bad the floor is. Counters needs to be cleaned. Dishes needs to be put away. Appliances need to be wiped down. Look at that. Ugh. Dishes need to be put away from the dishwasher. Loaded sink needs to be cleaned. Bought a bunch of bananas that were overripe for banana bread and then wasn't feeling well and wasn't able to make the banana bread. So I'm going to attempt to salvage what is left of those bananas to make banana bread. Napkins are gone. Need to possibly replace those. Why is it that children open bags of chips and don't put them where they go? I just don't know. I don't know. Have to wipe down all the counters. Pan is out from breakfast. Stove is a disaster zone. Counter is a mess. Garbage, no, just not good. Floor is disgusting. All needs to be cleaned. And you can come along for the ride. Since I'm not feeling so good, I'm battling what seems to be some kind of cold coming on. I'm going to have some tea with my cleaning so that I can hopefully feel better quicker. Anyway, and I just realized that this is it for my green tea. I only have 1, 2, 3, 5 left. And then I have this jasmine green tea, and I forgot which this one was. This is the Sleepy Time. I put it in here, which is actually really good because the boxes, they drive me crazy. In fact, I have 2 boxes up here, but they take up so much more room. So I decided I can also contain it better and not, buy extra if I only allow myself these amount of spaces. And this I got from one of my favorite stores in the world, the Container Store. Anyway, so I have a couple of Sleepy Times left, herbal, and some Sleepy Times. I think that was blueberry pomegranate. I don't even remember. Anyway, I'm just going to have regular green tea now, and my battery is flashing. Fabulous. Okay, second battery is charging. Water is almost boiling. Tea bags are in. It's a double tea bag kind of day. Water is going in, and hopefully my green tea fix will come through for me once again. Every time I can feel cold or something coming on, I always whip out the green tea and just, I don't know, have at least 3 to 4 cups a day. And it seems to do the trick. I mean, obviously not every time, but for the most part. Not to mention that I've been recently diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder called reactive arthritis, which I'm too young for this. I'm too young for this. But anyway, they don't really know what causes it, or so the doctor says. But it's affected my left knee that I injured. Actually, kind of all started around the time of my injury. Injured my left knee, had pulled also the gastrocnemius muscle on my left calf while walking, trying to lose weight. I wasn't even walking fast, but that's a story for another day. And anyway, and so it's affected my knee. It's oddly enough affected one of my toes, which I know that sounds strange, but it makes it swell up and the joint won't bend. This might be a little too much information, but it just all contributes to the lack of function that I have, which unfortunately interferes in your daily life. But it's the knee, the toe, and it also affects my right hand and my right forearm, and I'm right-handed. So that's not good. Can't bend my thumb, can't really grab stuff well. So cleaning and just doing your normal everyday tasks like opening jars and driving a car, I mean, I still drive, I'm just saying, it makes everything so much harder. So anyway, I'm on medication to see what we can do about this, but it's not fun. So any of you out there who suffer from anything at all, really, it's amazing how much you take your health for granted until something happens. And you don't know why, and then you have to forge ahead anyway and try to make the best of it. So that's what I'm doing today, because the drugs that I'm on suppress your immune system so you become more susceptible. So I'm trying really to infections and stuff, and trying to fight that off by drinking my green tea. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go actually put on some laundry right now, and then come up and clean all that mess that you just saw before. See you in a bit. Okay, so now I have to wipe down the counters. This stuff from Trader Joe's, this cedar wood and sage multi-purpose cleaner that I'm not even sure is in the, yes it is in there, okay. I really like the ingredients are pretty good actually, and I like the smell and I like the way all crumbs. Fun. Although if you do it every day, or close to that, but every day, I would say, for the most part, it doesn't really get much worse than that. It's when you let it go that it becomes much better, all clean. Actually, anyone who, I love this idea of having a cutting board right next to your stovetop on your counter that just sits there the whole time. It's just so nice to be able to, there's not a ton of counter space in this kitchen, and it's so nice to be able to just cut up all your things and be able to cook right next to your stove. The only thing is you have to be very diligent about the way that you clean it, because if people in your house are anything like the people in my house, they tend to just put stuff on it like it's any other surface, and it's not, it's for food. So I'm constantly cleaning it with lemon juice and vinegar, and just to keep it, you know, clean and deodorized and sanitary. But I do love having it. I love the fact that I can just remove it if I don't want it for whatever the reason. I love the chunkiness of it. I think I got this at Home Goods a long while ago actually, and it's lasted fabulous. And then I just flip it to the other side. It's got two little like groovy handles on the side that you can lift it with. Love this cutting board. Also, I wanted to mention, for the pepper, I don't know, which apparently I have to fill, but I don't know if anyone else has this issue, but I can't stand when you have a pepper grinder and you put it down on the counter or on the table and you lift it up and all of the little pepper flakes or grounds are all over the place. It drives me crazy. So I found, see, this just happened. I just cleaned this dish, literally 2 seconds before I turned this camera on, and you can see there's already some pepper in there. It just happens with the pepper grinder. But I found this little dish at Home Goods or Marshall's, one of them. And it was a clearance item for, I don't even know, I think it was 25 cents, something like that. And I said, you know what? I wonder if that would go underneath my pepper grinder and solve my problem. And it has been wonderful. See? Look. See? 2 seconds that was down. Oh. That's why I love that little dish so much. So I just use pepper grinder and put it right in there. The salt one doesn't do it. I don't know if it's just because I can't see the salt. I don't think so. No, there's no salt. I don't know why the salt one doesn't do it, but it doesn't. So now I have to clean that again. Anyway, but I have to fill the sea salt as well, apparently. And then this little container I just keep for kosher salt because it's a coarser grind. Or ground. I don't know. Either one. Potato. That I like to have for cooking. But I love this little glass container too because it keeps it so fresh with that seal, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it holds a lot. I can't stand the little salt and pepper shakers that hold like next to nothing, so you're constantly filling them. But anyway, now I gotta clean that little pepper because that'll drive me crazy. Time to clean the stove top. I detest this stove top. I'm not even sure. It's not glass. I don't know that it's ceramic either. I don't even know what it is. That's how much I don't like it. I don't even care to know what it is. I just want something that will clean it. I've tried every cleaner under the sun. So I just sprayed some of the multi-purpose cleaner that I used on the counters on it. I've tried everything. Nothing can get this type of stuff off. It just doesn't come off. So if anyone has any tips on how to clean this type of stove, this is the stove. This is what it says here, Gallery Series. That's all I know. I just know that it drives me nuts and I can never get it clean. So I'm going to wipe it down as usual and have to live with the results. But if anyone out there has any suggestions, maybe you have the same stove and you have found a cleaner that works for you, please let me know. This is what I'm saying. I just scrubbed this. Well, this was genius of me last night. I'm going to have to pick at this. This was me accidentally touching for 5 seconds a plastic freezer bag to a slightly warm burner. But I just scrubbed, so I have to get that off in an extra. But I just scrubbed this. Really? 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 Crazy. It just doesn't. I don't know. Don't know help. Anyway, at least it's semi-clean, as clean as I can get it. And you know, does everybody love that feeling once you clean something and then you get to do this? It just, for some reason, they smell better and they feel better. I love candles, but they smell better and they feel better once you've cleaned something. And this, yes, I burn Christmas candles all year. It's Merry Focus, or not. It's Merry Cookie. I love the smell of that, even though it's not Christmas. But anyway, I love that smell. Does anyone else do this? Do you set a timer? Do you set a timer for when you put your wash on? My washer and dryer are on the lower level, and I can't hear them when they go off, either of them. So I always find that I would always forget that there was wash in there, so I have to set the timer now to tell me, but it works. It actually makes me change the load and not forget that they're in there. So I am off to change the wash from my sheets to towels, and as you can see, I need to go. It's about to go off, but it's a great tip for anybody who struggled with me like me for a long time, trying to figure out, is it done yet? Is it done yet? And having to go up and down the steps, and now the going up and down the steps is not as easy as it was before. I walk like a 2-year-old, one step at a time. The timer has come in handy. Okay, much better, much cleaner than before. Brrr, need a solution. Much cleaner than before. Oh, feels better. That's one side. I hate that cord. That's one side. And now the other side, and then all those groceries, and the floor, and everything else. And now this side. Blah. Yuck. Ugh. Grime Central. Grime Central. So needs to be cleaned. So, time to move on to this side of the counter. Yucky. But that's what's next, soon to be cleaned. When your teenager puts something in the toaster oven that he's not supposed to, and you pull the toaster oven away to clean it, and you find that. Yep. That's happening right now. So much better. Nice and clean and shiny. So much better. 13-year-old toaster oven. Yep. But such a difference, such a difference. When everything is just cleaned off, you know, it's not even like a big deal in terms of that something drastic has to happen just to have everything cleaned off and just not full of stuff. I mean, I don't have a lot of counter space, so some stuff has to stay out, but just an empty sink, shiny faucet, clean countertops, it makes such a difference. Groceries are away. Table is actually cleared off. Now to wash this floor that is just beyond, it is beyond yuck. But I can't wait for it to be clean. The kitchen floor is finally clean. Oh, yay. It feels so good to have the kitchen back from its mess I can't zoom in, it won't zoom in enough, but burning my whoopie pie candle on the kitchen table. Yankee candle's my favorite candle. Love it. Yay for a clean kitchen!